recording, so now we can do our little clap.
Let's clap it.
3, 2, 1. Yeah!
Cool!
We did it. We clapped and it worked. My internet was just down, so I took a break and ate a bit of a Lara bar.
Oh, what flavor did you get?
Cherry pie.
Okay. Is it good?
Very good. And I'm not a cherry fan, but here I am.
I go back and forth. Actually, no, I do like cherries. I don't like fake cherry flavor, though, but I like real cherries.
Well, the ingredients on this Lara bar, and this is not sponsored, by the way.
It is not.
It is not at all. It's just what I was eating is dates, almonds, and unsweetened cherries.
Oh, okay. Well, it seems like it'd be okay. I actually, when I was doing my bar 3 cleanse thing, which lasted a couple weeks, I was making my own granola bars through that, and they were amazing, and they had dried cherries in it. They kicked so much ass. Like, they were very good.
What did you put in your granola bars?
I think it was just, I feel like, I mean, rack my brain here. I think it was just, like, blended almonds, some cashews, almond butter, and then I think I just added like maybe like some chia, some flax, and then like some sweetened coconut, or maybe unsweetened coconut, and then some cherries to it. I think that was kind of all it was. It was pretty simple.
Yum. I mean,
yeah, it was really good.
Welcome to Regular Girls. Get a pen and paper. Your life's going to be changed
it down
before minute 2.
I should, yeah, right? I feel like I should. Wait, am I turning my volume up or down?
I don't know. Guys, we're always learning tech. Just let us.
Always. Oh my God. Maybe I just am talking too loud there. If I just talk normal, it's not so bad.
Why was it?
If I quit shouting, all I do is shout and project. Too much.
Oh, that is me. When I started, when I would like do acting on TV or whatever, they were like, you don't need to yell. And I was like, oh, well, that's just me in my real life.
Yeah, this is my real voice. You want real? This is how I talk.
Yeah.
Last night I landed. I flew from JFK back to Las Vegas last night, and I landed, and I was like tired, but I was like flipping through Sirius XM like as I was on my way home, and there was a cover by Ike and Tina Turner doing "Come Together."
Oh no!
Listen. I just yelled it in the same Tina Turner pitch, and I screamed it, and I was like, whoa, I'm really in a great pocket right now. And then it just really took a shit after that, and I couldn't talk. I was like, okay, maybe I blasted out my voice. It was a very small window, but I was really committed, because I've never heard them do this Come Together cover, and it's really effing great.
Really? Oh, I'm going to have to check that out.
I know. I'm going to like download it. Hopefully I can find it on like Spotify or something, because it's worth the download and it's worth the listen. It's very good.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look it up. I'm an Apple Music girl myself, but that's fine.
You can probably find it on there too, though, I would think, right?
Oh, yeah. Like I pay like the $9 a month and just get all the albums.
That's great.
Oh, it's the best deal in the planet. Again, not sponsored, but I mean,
not
please.
Sponsored.
I would encourage
if
it.
Apple wants to throw us a bone.
Oh, yeah. I've been actively putting it out into the universe that I would like Peloton bikes to sponsor me. And I hope it works out too. So
what? Wait, I know you've told me about that before. They like is it like a beach cruiser kind of bike?
Oh, no. What it is basically like a bike from like Flywheel or SoulCycle, but like they're better bikes. And
it's a workout bike.
It's a workout bike. So what it is like it's in your house, and then you have a big screen attached to it. And then you can either do live classes. So it'll be like from the New York studio or like whatever it is. And you can compete with people live, which I'm so into. Or you just watch like pre-recorded things, but based on your status, they will like there's like a leaderboard, like there is at Flywheel. So as you're spinning, you see where like you stacked up with people in the class and people who are also with the Peloton bike at home.
Oh my gosh! How much are they to buy? They're probably really expensive. Hey,
I think it's honestly, yeah, I think it's like it's like a little over $1,000, and then you.
I would have actually thought it was going to be more than that. It sounds pretty interactive.
That's what I was going to say. Like Brendan doesn't know why I'm obsessed with it, and spoiler alert, nor do I know why I'm obsessed with it. But yeah, it's like a little over $1,000, and then I think you have to pay a subscription fee like year round. But if you think about,
okay, well, hopefully it's not like too much, but like having stuff like that at home. So John just recently, like the other week, we finished putting in our gym in our garage.
Ooh,
and it rules so hard. Like we've got, granted, he can barely use it, and he really wanted a Stairmaster.
Okay,
but we only have like a 10-foot ceiling, so his head, like he has to like stay on the very bottom stair so he doesn't smash his head.
Oh my
It's like
God.
right at the ceiling. But we've got that, a treadmill, a rowing machine, like a weight rack thing.
That's awesome.
It's fantastic, especially like if you don't want to like wait for a class to come up. I'll just, and especially in this heat. Oh my God, you sweat so effing much. But the other day, he comes up to me and he's like, I have an idea. He really wants a sauna. He wants a sauna so bad.
Yes, guys, get a sauna. Yes.
But where do you put a sauna? There's nowhere to put it.
I mean, you can get ones that are like, yeah, you should look into it because you know who has one is, oh my God, what's that girl from Happy Endings? The blonde one. Did you ever watch that show? Eliza something? I follow her on Instagram.
I don't know.
Her. She has a sauna.
So I think they're great, and I do love saunas. What is it?
Eliza Coop. She's like married to the guy who does Shakeology.
Oh, okay.
And they have a sauna, like an infrared.
They're great. I love saunas, but like we're lucky that our house has like it already came. Our shower turns into a steam room.
Jesus, well there you go.
Yeah, I'm like, well, we already have that, but so he comes up to me, he's like, so I came up with a plan. I think that we should get like a 2 to 4 person sauna and put it in the spare bedroom. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I'll put it in there. You can just like light some candles, get some cool, relaxing chairs. We'll get some robes. It'll be a spa room.
Whoa.
I'm like, I don't know if I like this. And he's like, well, I was going to let you decorate it, but now I guess we're not doing it.
Look at him trying to barter.
I know. I was like, I don't even want this in the house. I don't want anything to do with it. So this is a one-sided conversation, bud.
He's like, you could put like a cactus in it or whatever shit you like. And,
he was totally trying to tell me we could have like the sounds and like the aromatherapy. I'm like, what? No.
First of all, I'm into that completely. Sign me up. Absolutely. I will be over there in 3 seconds. I'm into the vibe.
I was trying not to be a downer, but I was like, I just don't see this like wood thing sitting in like our spare bedroom. Doesn't that seem like an eyesore?
Yeah, it would not be pretty. It would not.
But effective. But it would be effective.
Yeah, it would be effective, but you'd have an ugly room. I don't know if you'd be okay with that.
I don't want the ugly room. And I'm also like, I feel like a sauna requires a lot of work. I feel like eventually it would start to smell like BO because we wouldn't know how to properly care for it.
Oh, 1,000%. I went tree planting like for one summer. I used to tree plant. 3 months, I changed my life and did that. But they had a big, huge trailer, like a massive trailer, and like half of it was the kitchen where we would get our food and the guy would cook. The middle was the bathroom, and then the other huge half of it was, or not huge, but like the other half of the trailer was a sauna.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But when I say sauna, it was like in Northern Ontario, and it was a trailer. And a lot of people liked to smoke some cannabis and go into that sauna. And let me tell you,
that's a good time. Yeah, that probably is a great time, I would imagine.
I mean, I forgot what it meant to walk when I went in there once. Because I was so naive, I didn't understand that that's what people would want to do.
Like, sure, pass me the Dutchie.
Yeah. Oh, no. It was like laid on the rocks.
No. Oh, they just like would hotbox.
They would hotbox the sauna.
Oh man, that would I feel like that would get in like your pores. Like it would really mess you up.
Listen, I came out of that 3 months. I was so naive. I was like such a goody and I didn't understand why the sauna made me feel a little funny.
Changed everything. It changed. Yeah. Oh my God. That will definitely ring your bell a little bit.
Oh,
there's what's it? I know we've talked about this before. What is the awasu? Is that what it's called? The
What?
Awasu. There's like that weird drug that they did on Chelsea Handler's
ayahuasca.
show. Ayahuasca.
Yes.
Yeah. It seems intriguing to me. It's
yes. But I would be paranoid because even when I drink, like if you and I are drinking, there will hit a point where I realize I am drunk and I'm like, yeah, Renee's going to think I'm a psychopath, that I am drunk and she's seeing me drunk.
You get like that when you're drinking?
That's when I leave. Like when I'm like, I'm gone, it's because I'm aware that I'm wasted and I'm like, people are going to think I'm a psychopath. And then Brendan has to remind me, we were all drinking. Yes. Everyone's at the same vibe, but I can't be cool. That's why I just get too freaked out. And I leave.
Well, I used to be like that when I was younger. Now I feel like I'm always like, I've been fine all night. I don't know what any of you guys are talking about. I'm like the opposite. Well, I'm the only one here that still has their wits about them.
Well, that's my thing is I'll tell Brendan like I'm hammered and he's like, really? Like you really kept it together. But what I think I'm able to do is like keep it together during the party, realize that I'm drunk, get in the cab, call Brendan, and that's when I'm like I'll try and hold it together. And then when I get home,
Different story.
Oh, a mess. Brendan's got a... I'm like, where's the bedroom? Did you have a good time tonight?
My favorite is waking up and realizing what I've fallen asleep in.
Oh, yes.
But sometimes I've impressed myself on more than one occasion where I've woken up in a full onesie.
Oh, that's adorable and smart.
Also, onesie, face washed, teeth brushed. That's really, I was very impressed with myself.
If I got a teeth brush in on one of those nights, I feel like I would win an award.
You should. Yeah. It was a very adult moment for me.
That's when I hate lifestyle bloggers or whatever who are always like, wash off your makeup. Even if it's late or you're drunk. And I'm like, no, who's doing that?
Oh, you're going to tell me not to eat this pizza too, huh?
I can't.
No, listen, when you're in that state, sometimes things are necessary and no one's going to tell you otherwise.
Absolutely not. Also, this is unrelated, but with lifestyle bloggers, I was in a deep dark hole this week and came across these young people, I think from Utah, and they are super young, and the one girl is a wet dream of
just a babe?
Yeah, but an Abercrombie, platinum hair, but honestly, she loves Urban Outfitters, and because I watched a bunch of their videos, her house is so nice.
Oh, really?
Oh, decorated so nice. And I was like, I can't keep watching her. You know what they get paid to do? Travel. They got to go to Bora Bora, the French, Polynesia, and the things. Anyways, her whole life makes me really upset because and then she has an online shop where she sells clothes, and I'm like, you just have a cool life.
Who what's her deal? She's just from Utah and is an influencer?
Yeah, and her name's Aspen.
Oh, come on.
I can't. I know. And she's super thin.
A little place called Aspen.
Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, I can't. I couldn't. It was a real hard moment for me, but I wanted to tell you about it because I was like, you would like how she decorates her home so much.
Really?
Oh, you'll be obsessed with it. She did a home tour and I was like, I want that wallpaper. I want this. And she's like, we don't even use this. And then she's like, I'm reading this book and it's a tower of books with a succulent on top. And the bottom book, she's like, I'm reading this one right now. I was like, she's a
liar. No, she's a liar because I actually tried to do something similar to that too, where I've just tried to leave books in each room.
Yeah.
And just kind of adorably stack them and put a photo frame on top of it or a candle. But
sure.
They're books that I have read, but not ones that I'm currently reading.
No, you're not currently reading a book on top of 9 other books with a succulent on top.
There's no way. That's bullshit. She's a liar. I don't know who her audience is, but I guess she's fooled them, but no way.
And she buys all the expensive Target stuff and stuff. Anyway, she has a life I want and whatever. Maybe I've messed up, but I don't know.
Target home decor is fantastic.
Oh, it's killing it. It's so expensive. I don't know why.
It is expensive.
Some
of it's some of it's hit and miss, but I feel I don't know. Every time I go in there, I'm like, damn, there's some really good stuff in here. They're doing it Nathan Burkus. Come on over, man.
I'm in.
Welcome. I'll cook you whatever you want. Just please come in my house and help me out.
I was just at Target 3 days ago, and when I was like, I own nothing nice. Just walking through Target home, I was like, I own not one stitch of a nice thing in my house.
No, that's not true. Your house is adorable.
Thank you. But it's
I've been in there. Your house is really cute. I think you're full of shit.
No, but I feel I have a lot of quirky things, but you do need to balance it with nice things. I need nice pillows and a nicer couch and nice
pillows
rugs.
Are expensive.
Yeah.
Pillows and rugs are so expensive.
And chairs are expensive too.
I know. But you know what? I actually have found some good, it depends on what kind of chair you want, but I've found some decent chairs on Wayfair and stuff for really good prices.
Really?
Oh yeah. Wayfair is, everyone knows Wayfair is fantastic, but I'm just reiterating that they have their shit together. And I feel anytime I've ordered something from Wayfair, it's delivered to your house 20 minutes after you've ordered it, essentially.
It's true. Yep.
It's so quick. And everything that I've gotten from there has been better than I thought it was going to be. I've never opened something and been it's all been awesome.
Yeah, we got our bed frame from there and it's real nice. And it was super cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Shout out to Wayfair.
Should this whole episode just be called Not Sponsored? But please sponsor
not
us?
Sponsored by Wayfair or Apple Music or Luna Bars. None of the above.
But
not sponsored by any of it.
Also, I don't know if you've noticed this. On Instagram, I was this whole week has been a big influencer week, but so many people are asking people for money, Venmo.
Why? For what?
I don't know. They're just a bunch of people I follow on Instagram are Venmo me money.
How does that work? I never really understand. Like, I feel like I've seen stuff like that before, and I assume everything on the internet's a scam.
Okay, so Venmo,
unless it's something that says want to learn how to live and dress like a French girl, then I'm like, it's such clickbait for me. I always click it.
Well, okay, Venmo is, and it's funny that we're going to talk about this because our theme today is going to be our Canadian favorites.
Canada.
Yes. You've asked, we're answering. And one of the things is because in Canada, you can just email people money.
Yes.
From
your bank account.
Right from your bank account. You put in their email and you go, here's the money. Venmo is essentially PayPal, but it has this weird element to it where like you can publicly send people money. So there's like this weird like a section or dashboard where you can see like Brendan paid Scott $40 for, and then like you put in the reason, but people will put in jokes or like emoticons or whatever, emojis.
Right. Yeah.
Although I like to keep
like the purple eggplant.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. People use that often. But
I would.
I like to put my shit on private because I'm like, well, I don't know, but it's basically PayPal, and people think it's like life changing, which I guess it is because there has been no other way to send people money. But Venmo doesn't charge you anything, unlike PayPal, where there's like kind of a fee.
Is there a fee with PayPal? I never thought there was.
I thought there was. Am I wrong?
I don't think there's a fee when it's between friends and family. I think when it's between companies or something that there is.
Oh, that makes sense. So yeah, Venmo's essentially just PayPal.
I've never because you texted me the other day and asked me if I had it, and I didn't. I had not even heard of it, but I have heard of it now that you're telling me what it is. Like I've seen it pop up on things, but I don't know. I've been a PayPal woman my whole life.
I know. Well, I mean, yeah, and I went to a show here in LA, and the host was like, "It's a free show, but we would encourage you to Venmo us." And I was like, "I'm not Venmoing you money," and I don't like that people are saying Venmo.
Me neither. I'm not into that. Yeah, it's a stupid name. It also just sounds like Vimeo.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Also not sponsored by Vimeo. Okay, so we're going to talk today about Canada and the things that we love.
Yes.
I have a very long list of things that I love in Canada.
Me too.
Do you feel like you miss Canada? Like what love? I mean, obviously you do. I know I definitely do. But like, there's like the different degrees where it's like I miss Canada, but do I want to actually go back there and live there? Maybe not. But I do love Canada. Yeah, I don't think I want to move back. But
my thing is like I feel like Los Angeles is a place where crazy people live.
That's a
fact. Well, no, not crazy. Some people, here's the thing. This is what I've realized the kind of person I am. There are certain people that love an event. Like they'll get up at 7, they'll go to the Rose Bowl, they'll get their antiques, go for lunch, go home, be in bed by 9. And those are great people. Those are event people. I am not that. I'm like, roll out my house, and what's going to happen? I'm probably not going to do too much. Like when I was in Toronto and people were like, do you want to go to the Harbourfront? I'd be like, no, I don't want to go to the Harbourfront. No,
I never want to go to the Harbourfront for anything.
If I stumbled across the Harbourfront, I'll have a good time. But I'm not
I used to walk burger along the Harbourfront all the time.
I mean, it's stunning, but it's like, you know, I'm not like an event person where here in LA, it's like, you got to go to the farmer. You're not going to the farmer's market, or like, are you going to go to the haunted hayride? And it's like, no, I'm not gonna do that stuff.
I mean, I like things like that sometimes because I feel like none of that exists in Vegas. Like,
really
no. Like, if there is, I'm not around it, or I just don't know, and that could be very possible. I don't feel like I am in like the like makeup of the city yet. Like I don't understand.
Well, you're never there. Like, how could you?
I'm not here, and also I really don't like making new friends. I'm not interested.
Well, listen, making new friends is impossible. And we've heard about my weird friend dates. They didn't work out well.
Me too. I've had them. I've had them and I don't like them. Yeah. But like Vegas doesn't really have those. And like there's one farmer's market that's actually around the corner from my house every Thursday, which I'm home. The only problem is it's too damn hot out here to just do an outdoor activity. Are you crazy?
Oh yeah. I live in the valley. It's too freaking hot. The dogs can't even go for a walk mid-after. Like we have to get them out early in the morning and at night because they're paws. But it's like, this is what I love about Toronto too. I just feel like I don't have to drive anywhere. I hate driving. Some people like
driving too. I effing hate it.
And it's like I get anxious. I'm like, I would rather. Yeah. Anyways, it's a whole long story. But Toronto is just like people are doing stuff and like there's just more action and like you and I could meet. I'm sure I've said this before. You and I could meet up at like 4 for drinks, and then be like, "Oh, do you want to go check out this band?" And then we could be like, "Yeah, we're gonna go do that."
Totally.
And then we're gonna meet up with so and so. Like I miss that because I feel like there's an actual community.
Yeah. I think that definitely, like, that's one of the things that, like, I feel like I miss the most. And I just think that's, like, you know, when you live somewhere long enough that I think that you maybe eventually get like that. And also, like, we lived there when we were, like, in our, like, 20s.
Yeah.
Which, you know, you're out, you're doing stuff, like, you're like, you are in more of communities, especially, like, with what we were doing, whether you're doing, like, I like performing or taking classes, like, you're really doing a lot of that stuff. Or, like, now I feel like I'm away from that stuff because I'm mostly working now, like I'm working in the profession which I was training for before when I was out hanging out with all these people.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So, like,
No, it does.
Now I'm home and I'm just, like, kind of hanging out, but, like, I keep trying to find things to do here. Like, I was saying to John the other day, when I was, like, in one of my, like, rants about why Vegas doesn't have this, and I was like, you know, like, even, like, a simple thing of, like, I listen on my Sonos speakers. I still listen to, like, Indie 88.
Love
it. So I listen to, like, a lot of, like, Toronto radio stations just to, like, see what's going on. I just like their music. And anyways, they were saying how there was a movie theater up there that was going to be playing Labyrinth, and, like, they were doing
cool.
Like, I love that stuff. For, like, the Toronto, like, the TIFF building would always do, like, they did, like, the Jaws marathons, or, like, it's just fun. Like, they do, like, quirky or fun things like that. Just be like, yeah, let's go to the movies and go watch Labyrinth on a big screen, or go watch A Princess Bride or something like that. And there's nothing like that here that does it. And if there is, I just don't know about it. But I feel like I've tried to find it, and at one point we were a couple cocktails in, and I almost convinced him that we should open one, but we kiboshed that real quick.
Well, they have that stuff in LA. Like, they have, like, that synesthesia or whatever. They do, like, basically movies in
they
Hollywood
better
Cemetery.
have one in LA. Like, LA would have to have that.
Well, you can watch movies in, like, the Hollywood Cemetery, and it's, like, this huge thing, and, like, everyone goes, and you get, like, picnic blankets, and you, like, bring wine and snacks, and, like, go watch a movie. So they had Dirty Dancing, which I desperately want to go to, but the tickets were like $40.
Oh my God. See, like, that's crazy.
So and you have to drive there. So I'm like, okay, well, not that I need to, like, get wasted and watch Dirty Dancing, but I'm like, okay, I have to drive there.
You're going to go have some drinks. Yeah. Like,
yeah. And then
first of all, if I'm hanging out in a cemetery, you better believe I'm having a drink.
Oh, hell yeah. And then where am I going to park? Then you have to buy a separate ticket for parking.
Ugh.
Do you know what I mean? Like, LA makes it for me, and this is just for me, because some people really love it here, and that's amazing. But for me, it's like, it's too much. And if you're making new friends, I'm like, well, how much do I really like them? Because I have to drive to their house. I have to find parking. And
it's just a huge inconvenience. There's nothing easy about it. There's no ease of just, like, yeah, let's just go meet up down the street for this thing. Like, I was in San Diego the other week, and it was so nice to just, like, I went down to the beach and watched people surfing, but then I went and grabbed breakfast, and, like, there was a bunch of different things to just, like, walk around and look at. And, like, that's not a city, but it's so much different than LA that had, like, a way cooler and, like, I was only in one area, so I'm definitely not, like, an expert on this, but I fell in love with it and was like, this is great. There's, like, I miss ma and pa shops. I really miss those, like, independent stores, because there's not a ton of that. I found, like, one coffee shop down the street from us the other day that I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna make this my coffee shop to be, like, proactive of like finding some of, like, the other little spots around here, but you've got to look for it.
Totally. And I feel like just my personal style and the way that I like to dress and I'll do all that stuff. It's like I miss the, like, the fall and, like, the city, and I'm nice. Like a tights wearer and, like, you know, like
fall clothing is essential. Like,
I miss it.
It's so nice. I mean, you still get, like, a smidge of it when you're in LA, because it does get cold at night. Like, it does get cold. Sure. So you get, like, a little bit of it. See, that, like, but that's kind of what I like about Las Vegas, is that it does get cold enough that, like, I can buy, like, I've had to wear, like, my jacket, like, a full jacket here. Like, it gets really cold at night in the summertime or wintertime. But it's not, I'm not shoveling snow. So that's nice.
That is true. But it is, and I bet you some people listening are like, these dumb idiots.
Oh, 100%.
And, like, we get it, but it's like, that's what I miss about Canada is, like, a big thing is, like, LA, every day is the same, which is beautiful and wonderful.
Yeah. There's no change in the weather, really, though.
No.
Like, I miss rainy days.
Oh my God. When it rains, Brenda and I are like, ooh. And, like, also, it also makes all the days blend together. So
it does.
You'll sit back and go, oh my God, that was 3 months ago, or like that happened. That was like 5 months ago. Like, oh my God. Yeah. And
we were all sitting in our kitchen the other night. It was John. We had some friends here, and the music that was playing sounded like it was raining outside. And one of the guys was like, "Oh my God, I think it's raining." And we all got so excited thinking that it was actually raining, and then it wasn't. We're like, "Oh, never mind." Like, it was weird that we all got very excited to see the rain, and it wasn't there. It was a real psych out.
Someone I met here in Los Angeles has never seen snow.
No.
Yeah. They've never experienced it. I don't understand that. I don't get it.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really miss snow, but so the other night on my flight, I was looking up, like, and maybe this is just like where I'm at, and it really goes with this of like trying to find things to do. So I've really been thinking about joining a roller derby league.
Oh my God. Me too. I've always wanted to do that, and I already have a nickname.
What's your nickname?
Brendan gave it to me.
What is it?
Oh my God. How am I forgetting it? Brendan, what is a roller derby name? Oh, okay. This is what he called me, and it's so insulting. But instead of he called me Beefy Beef and the Funky Crunch.
No, he did not. Oh my gosh.
I think how did that come from? Did someone call me like Beef or something?
Where's the beef?
Yeah, I think I called myself like Beef or something. Anyways.
I've got my roller skates this week. They came in the mail.
Okay, I saw that photo and I forgot to text you about it because I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I got roller skates. This is what boredom does to me. Boredom paints baby in a corner, and I do weird shit. I was like stuck not really doing anything one day, and I was talking to another girlfriend of mine. I really want to do roller derby. I think I'd be really good at it. I think I'd be a bit of a ringer. I'm a good skater.
Renee,
what?
You can't. You're going to get hurt. You're going to
get hurt.
No, I
won't. No. I'm pretty agile.
Okay, everyone gets hurt at roller derby. I literally
I can handle a bruise.
I was doing stand up in LA, humble brag, lean in. And the girl before me was doing stand up, and she was like 6'3", like 300 pounds, like she was super strong, like this like Amazonian woman, right?
Yeah.
And she was her whole set was about how she does roller derby, for which I was like, I'd like to do that. I'm in. To which she responds, she's messed up her elbow. Her shoulder is messed up forever. She broke a rib and she has hip problems.
Well, so the difference though is that I've played sports a lot growing up, like on ice, on skates. So like I know how to fall. If you've never done that before, that's a real thing though.
But you're going to be playing. But you're going to be playing with them, with like
But not all. That woman sounds like she's a bit of a force of nature in the league.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think everyone's like this because I've gone before. So I went to the one in Toronto when I did my old show 1,000 years ago, and that's when I first saw it, and I was like, oh shit, this is really cool. But it's not like, I think it's like probably a lot more people like our size that are just like wanting to play and hang out. But so when I looked it up, you have to go and do training with them so they can teach you how to fall properly, teach you how to like skating. So skating and roller skates is quite difficult.
Oh, yeah. And also you're going to get bruised. You're going to be bruised.
I don't mind that though. It's okay. Makeup can fix it.
Okay. Listen, again, I'm
always covered in bruises anyways. I live with a bulldog. I'm always covered in bruises.
Okay. When I was at Second City, I did a scene where I played an old lady, okay? And now we had this huge elaborate set with this long ladder, and I basically slid down the full ladder, which now my shoulder pops out of socket constantly. And I was lifted up on someone's shoulders, crawled over a door onto someone else's shoulders, and the door would open.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I actually think I've seen you do that.
I'm sure.
I think I have.
I was covered in bruises constantly to the point where I had like the guy who would pull me down, his fingerprints on my rib cage. Let me tell you, it's not a cute look. And everywhere you go, everyone's like, what the hell are you doing? And I was like, comedy. So you going and doing roller derby, listen, I would love to do it. And listen, I'm a huge fan of roller derby. I want to do it too. But we can't. We'll die.
I don't know. I think I can do it. I really have faith in myself in doing it. And I also think it's a thing to like you're out doing something in the community. You're going to hang out with people. And like, I don't know. I'm not entirely deterred from it at this point.
Listen, I'm supporting it. We need to think of your nickname. And also, when does training start? When do you start?
Okay. So my name, I've already decided, would either be Alice in Chains.
Okay.
Or Pearl Gem.
Pearl Gem?
Gem.
Like
gem in the holograms.
Ooh, I like Pearl Gem.
And I just thought about that. I was actually peeing at the airport and thought about that. I was like, Pearl Gem's not bad. But I thought about that, and I didn't realize that I might have subconsciously stolen it from a Pearl Jam cover band that I saw in Scotland one time. But whatever, they won't know. Who cares? I can use it.
So when does training start?
So when I looked into it, so you have to go and you train with them for a second. And this is the thing that kind of deterred me from it. Okay. Is that you have to go and like referee some games first. I don't know if I want to do that.
Well, you have to it's a community. You have to pay your dues. Because I was looking into it in Toronto. Yeah. And you had to be available a certain amount of hours a week. And I was like, at Downsview Park, I was like, I live downtown Toronto. That's And then I was like,
it's a hike.
But you have to really commit. It's like a full, it's like that movie with Drew Barrymore. What was that called? Whip It.
It is like that. You know what? I'm going to drink wine and watch that movie tonight. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I just made my plans for the night in real time.
but now you're so excited. But now you're going to be like, I'm doing it. I'll ref a couple games.
Yeah, listen, I will. So I can convince myself to do just about anything. Yeah. And that's one of the things. It's especially if I watch a movie and I'm a little fired up, I will go online, I will send them an email, and I will register, and I will just do it. And last night I was on my flight, and this was same kind of thing, but something that's kind of more accessible and easier for me to do is to join a men's league hockey team.
Okay, isn't there a women's league hockey team?
I don't think so. Not out here. Because I emailed them to ask them, because I was like, is there a women's league? I'm assuming that there's not, because it's Las Vegas. In Toronto, they're everywhere. I used to play in women's leagues all the time. But I've played co-ed before, and it's fine. And I can skate pretty well, so it's fine.
Yeah, I would rather you do that than roller derby, just because, it's not if you fall, it's when you fall, and you could break a million things.
But I feel like the roller derby community is more my home.
Oh, listen, I think I would fit into a roller derby community so well too.
Me too.
I'm all about badass babes, and I also am submissive, and I will let the alpha take her reign. If there's just Bertha over there runs it, I'd be like, whatever she says, I will do. Yeah. I'm part of the gang. Consider me part of the group.
Because they can be real nasty bitches.
Hell yeah.
That's really great. It's really cool.
Because the reason we want to get out our aggression on the field, or the derby, whatever they call it, the rink, is the same reason they're there. So everyone's all angry and pissed. But I want to do a round, chug a brew, high five everyone, go home.
Oh my God, wouldn't it be fun to go join a league and then you all go out for beers after and stuff? I'm so into that.
Damn, I want to be part of a team.
It is fun to do that. And I did that so much. I played ringette all growing up, which is, for people that are listening, which probably literally no one knows what it is, but it's like hockey, but there's no blade on the end of the hockey stick, and you have a blue rubber ring. The rules are a little different, but I played that until I was in my mid-20s. I played for a really long time. Yeah, I played at a really high level. So I played for forever and always played in women's leagues. And then once I kind of started fizzing, fizzing, is that the word? Anyways, when I stopped kind of fizzle. Once I started fizzling out of playing, I was like, oh, maybe I can do hockey. So I would do I would play women's hockey, but then I also started joining, I did indoor soccer, I did outdoor soccer.
I did outdoor soccer too.
And me and Danny Stover, right?
Indy 88?
Yeah, her and I used to play ball hockey together.
That's so cool.
It was great.
I love how we were going to talk about Canada, and we're getting into this. I prefer it. I prefer all this. But you know what we should do? I always bother Renee with ideas, but we should we should do a regular girls. We should take the podcast and go to Vegas and do the derby, the roller derby. We should be hey, can you run us, and then we'll all chat with you guys about roller derby?
I would love that. I think that would be so fun.
Oh my God,
and
totally.
Maybe that can be part of me paying my dues.
Yeah, we'll come in and I'll demand, respect and
yes, demand is respect, bring the authority, bring the fire.
Hi, I'm Stacey reporting for roller derby. Can you just show me who the alpha female is so that I can assure her that I will respect her space completely? Yeah. And if we're in Toronto, which there are talks that we might be in Toronto at the same time, we should do the Toronto derby because
that would be great.
They have their own store, or they have like a store that you can go to and they have all the equipment. That's like regulation for them. Well, they don't have their own store, but I remember when I was about to do it, they were like, oh, you go to this kind of shop. I'm sure it's like a skate shop. And they're like, we have like all the things you would need.
So, yeah, because I was looking at, last night I was, 2 Bloody Marys in on my flight. I got upgraded. Don't judge me. It was also, I got delayed until 11 p.m. on my flight and was also delivered really bad news this week that everybody knows from my Twitter. Anyways, I was on my flight and I was like on the Wi-Fi. I kept like buying like the 30-minute passes because I was like, I don't really need to be on my phone the whole time because that's also annoying. Right. But I was like trying to find how I could acquire the equipment that I needed for both roller derby, and I was like, I can just like rent ice and go play ringette by myself. But you can't just like.
I don't want you to play ringette by yourself.
Well, I kind of do.
Okay.
Like just to skate around. Like, I mean, I would invite other friends if they wanted to just like come on the ice and skate around and stuff.
That's fun.
But like, I miss skating and like doing that stuff. I haven't done it forever. That sounds really sad, but it was really exciting for me.
No, I think that's great. I'm really into it. I think you're in I think there's a new energy hitting you. I'm super into it. And it's like, I feel like that's what like the bubbling is, where you're
I'm ready to get back to being a badass bitch.
Hell yes.
Always been a bad bitch.
That. You
Let's
always
get back
have
to that.
been. Oh my God.
I need to do more bad bitch things, and roller derby I think it's my calling.
I support
You're all
it.
going to be sorry, the people that are not supporting me now.
I was a big proponent, and only because I was super into like going to do it, and then Brendan was like, you will die, you will fall, you don't like falling, that's your number one hated thing. And I'm like, but you know what? I have really strong legs. I really enjoy a tussle and a little fight around, and I think I might get a little into it. But then he convinced me. I think you would
get super into it too.
But he's like, what if you break your wrist or your leg?
You won't. Well, you might. You won't break your leg. You could maybe break your wrist though.
People break their legs all the time.
They're pussies. Oh. They're being pussies about it.
Oh my God. You are being a little bit of a badass bitch. Have you seen it online?
Here's my thing though, is that I do feel like there is, listen, I think if you're going in to start doing roller derby, I think if you don't have any background in having played any sports, I do see how those people get injured because you've never been hit like that before in your life.
But can I just say, now I watched the Glow documentary about like the actual wrestlers who were in Glow.
I'm laughing so hard just that our whole podcast is about roller derby right now.
I mean, should we change it? I'm kind of into it.
It's so funny.
Should we change it? I mean,
I guess so. I mean, we're already 40 minutes in.
Oh my God, 40 minutes. We're going to talk about Canada. Anyways, you're like, I'm doing roller derby. I don't care, guys.
I didn't mean to bogart the subject of the show, but I have.
I am going to watch Whip It as well tonight. I'm just putting it out there. I'm feeling inspired.
We should start it at the same time so we can text each other shit.
I will.
It's so good.
I will say the only thing I don't like about Whip It, Drew Barrymore's hair, and she's trying too hard. And I love her.
I can't remember her hair. What's her hair like? And I don't remember.
Remember she like dipped it blonde, but that's when she was like dipping it, like the ends a different color.
I don't really. I saw it only once so long ago, and I feel like it's like what's her Ellen Page, Kristen Wiig's in it too, right?
Yeah, isn't Juliette Lewis in it?
Juliette Lewis. Oh my! I love Juliette Lewis. Why is she not in anything anymore?
I don't know. I found out she's a Scientologist, and I don't know how I feel about that.
That's true. I did know that too. Yeah.
Oh, but I love her so much.
She's so cool. Yeah, Juliette and the Licks are very good too. Her band.
They are good.
Yeah, they're cool.
Now, I need to ask, like. Okay, so I watched the Glow doc. This is what I'm bringing up. So it was super badass, and you guys should watch it. Although there's many unanswered questions. Did you watch the doc about the actual wrestlers?
Like the old one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so the girl. Oh yeah, because we talked about this last week. How like I found out they weren't wrestling in a proper ring, but the girl gets dropped, a normal drop as they know how to do, and then her freaking arm, she had to pick up her tendon from the ring.
No.
Yes.
How does that happen?
She fell funny. That's what happens. You fall funny. And now we're in our 30s. When you fall, it hurts more.
That's a valid point. That's a true point. So, and here's the thing that I found out. So I got my roller skates this week. They came in the mail and they were so much better. They were only $100. I got them off Amazon. I know. And they're like pink with like glitter in them. The wheels even have glitter in them. They're a lot of fun.
Did you try them out?
Of course I did. I did all of my tasks around the house that day in roller skates. Oh. I highly recommend this. I boiled eggs wearing roller skates.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Everyone else was less impressed with it, but I was into it. So I got the roller skates, and so I have roller blades as well, but rollerblading and roller skating are entirely different.
Right. So let's go into the difference of them.
So roller skating obviously is much similar to skating on ice without obviously like being able to slice into the ice and get more of like a push from it, but it's the same motion. Your body's moving the same way.
I was a huge rollerblader.
I love them. They're so much fun. I'm really bringing them back. I've started doing quick rollerblading bursts at the end of my workout for a last little bit of cardio.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm bringing it back.
So what's the difference with roller skates?
So roller skates, so I went on, because I mean, first of all, you can find everything on the internet, and that's the best. Mm-hmm. I just didn't know how to skate. And then like I put them on, and like you don't push you don't push to the side the same way that you do in rollerblades. You're supposed to keep your feet in a V. You're supposed to stand up with your feet in a V so that your feet don't slip out from under you. Because otherwise you put them on and the wheels just go, and because you like lean forward or whatever, and you're going to eat shit. So you have to keep your feet in a V, and then you keep your feet in that V shape while you skate. But I was already like flipping backwards and doing some spins, and I only had them on for a sec.
Like you were doing spins, or like you were falling on your ass doing spins?
No, I was doing spins. I mean, not good spins, but like
in roller derby, they teach you how to like jump. Like you have to learn how to like jump over a human being.
Yeah, but you could. If you have the momentum and you're already like, I feel like people are afraid when they're skating to lift their feet up because they're afraid that that's going to make them fall. But I think once you're like sturdy enough on them, yeah, I think you'd be fine. We used to have to do that when I was playing sports and stuff. We would have to like do like full like high knees in our skates and like do like big crossovers and stuff. Okay. I don't know. I'm hoping that I can fall back into the rhythm of knowing how. I mean, I already know how to skate, so I feel like if I can apply that to roller skates, I think I could really light this bitch on fire.
I mean, I'm in, and I just will be
you look concerned.
Well, because I just see you being like, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be awesome, and then like you call and you're like, my wrist is broken, and but now I'm in the gang.
but that's okay. Listen, sometimes you got to break a bone to get in the gang. And it's only a broken bone. It'll heal. I'm very strong. I mean, I've broken bones before.
Here's the thing I love about Canada that's not here in the U.S. Free healthcare.
Free healthcare. We brought it around. See, this entire episode was about Canada.
The whole time it was just about healthcare. Guys, call your senators.
Well, that is a thing that I've never used. Well, I've used my healthcare for the gynecologist because I had to get my annual PAP checkup.
I need to get one of those. I haven't done that in a while. Yeah.
Oh, I go. Don't you go every year?
Well, I did in Toronto or in Canada, but then they were like, "Oh, if you had to do that 3-year wait, you couldn't go every year."
I have to go every year, otherwise I can't get my birth control.
Oh,
that's why I have to go, because they only give you a year prescription. Right. So yeah, I just went like last month, but that's the only time I've used my health card care thing, whatever the F it's called. Yeah.
I don't even. Yeah, I mean, I can't. I tried the birth control pill, and then I went insane. I became an insane human being. I went crazy.
What do you mean?
It just like really affected my mood, and I just was like a psychopath.
Did you try different kinds or just the one that they gave you?
Sure, but it was just like the hormonal change really, like, I guess I'm very sensitive to that.
It really affects a lot of people.
Yeah, I was like hyper emotional, where I was like super angry or super sad or like whatever it was. I was like kind of on edge. So then
that's terrible.
Oh yeah, guys, feel bad for me. I was extra dramatic.
Because there's like that little rod thing they like put in your arm. That's like that birth control thing.
Yeah, who do I know that has that? I don't know.
I knew somebody that had it and they hated it and it like they didn't enjoy it at all. But it also makes you not get your period for like 3 years, which I think is fucking weird.
It is weird. And I remember being on the pill and I stopped getting my period. And my one doctor was like, "Oh, aren't you lucky?" Then my other doctor was like, "That's not like healthy. Like you should be having a cycle." And I'm like, aren't we all? You're both doctors. Shouldn't there just be an answer? Like
there should be one answer. Yeah.
And then my other girlfriend uses the Nuvo ring, which I don't know any about that stuff. And then there's the IUD, which like it just sounds super painful, and everything I read about it and hear about it, I'm like, what a nightmare.
It seems very scary to me, and honestly, I feel like sex with that would be very scary.
With an IUD?
That's like the little the like Y-shaped thing, right?
Yeah, and like, but it's inserted like so, like in your like up in the cervix. Well, I'm a woman.
I've only seen pictures of it, and it all still seems very close to the rest of my body.
It's not. But it's like a copper wire or something. I need to know more about it, but I don't.
But don't some people's bodies reject it?
Sure. Ugh. And a lot of women say that it's incredibly painful for them.
Yeah, it sounds like it is. I mean, it's a
no.
copper wire shoved up your uterus.
Oh yeah, I'm like not about it. I mean, if it works for some people, great. But I am just too sensitive.
Yeah, it's very scary. There's too many options, which is like great because everybody's different. People need different things, but like,
I love you're like, there's too many options.
but there's always something new, and like you have to do the like that rod thing in your arm, and you just don't get your period for 3 years, and everyone's like, I mean, as a woman, you're like, hey, okay, it sounds intriguing, but like ultimately, like I can't see how that's super healthy for your body, or like what that means for your body down the road.
Totally.
Who knows?
I love the commercial for it though. It's just like it's all these women on vacation going, I don't have to worry. I was like, what? What are you talking about?
Is that the one where the girl's going to like make out with her husband or her boyfriend, and she was like, did I take my pill? And then she's like, never mind.
It's in my arm.
Yeah, no. It's so bizarre.
This is unrelated, but have you noticed this is just a hodgepodge of a podcast, but
also just welcome to Regular Girls. All of our podcasts are hodgepodge put together. Let's throw some sparkle on it and call it a day.
Hello.
Razzle dazzle.
But I'm really upset with this one commercial that's just this woman who's like, I have IBS. And I'm like, why is it always like a regular sized woman like myself? My size of woman is always the one going, I have IBS. And it's like,
I can't stop shitting my pants.
But there's a commercial of a woman walking, being like, I'm bloated, I'm uncomfortable. And then she goes to eat like a fat stack breakfast bagel. And she's like, I can't. And I'm like, well, why would you anyways? This is simply too much.
Put it all down. Yeah. Those commercials, I always feel bad for the actors that are in those commercials that are just like, I'm just trying to make a buck. I don't know. Or like girls that have to do like yeast infection commercials. Like, no effing way.
This girl we know, Brenda Knight, who's truly one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life, and is so kind and just like a joyous woman, was in a cold sore commercial.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I know. And listen, I would do it. I'm not above it. I mean, listen, I took the role of a 63-year-old woman eating an egg wrap from McDonald's.
Good. Everyone get out of here. Roles are here to be had.
Oh, yeah. And the director yelled at me, Stacey, do you not even fucking like it? And I was like, no, it's cold. It's cold eggs.
Oh my God. Sorry, you brought up the cold sore, and that this is adding on to the hodgepodge of what this podcast has become. Have you heard about this new strain of gonorrhea?
Oh my God. Funny enough, I have talked about it with friends.
So what is happening? It's like gonorrhea. I'm saying this because cold sores also aren't cured. It's not ever cured, right?
First of all, just as a sufferer myself from cold sores, let me be clear. It's not on the same level as uncurable gonorrhea. Let's just be clear about that. Gonorrhea is a shit stock coming out of a dog's butt, okay?
Oh my God.
And a cold sore is just a bit of a pain. No, this uncurable gonorrhea is like it's evolved past like the pill you used to have to take or whatever. And now it's like you're just kind of stuck with it or something.
And it lives like in your throat or something, doesn't it?
Jesus.
Is that real? I read like one article and I like just like read it. But like, damn.
What's happening?
Yeah, what is happening? I mean, I guess, after a certain amount of time, the strains are going to get stronger.
I'm sure. That's like HPV. It's like everyone has it.
Totally. Yeah, man. Cover your shit up before you get it on, everyone.
Oh my God. Oh, I remember like there was like a gonorrhea case that was going around. This really took a turn. In my university, and I was like, what is that? Like, again, so naive. I was like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
should I be wearing scarves?
Well, I was really confused when I heard this. I'm like, wait. I was like, 'cause I was trying to think of like what the other term, like, you know, like you can call like chlamydia the clap. But
Yeah.
like, is there another term for gonorrhea?
Obviously, R.I.P.
Oh,
your genitals.
Oh, we haven't had an obviously RIP in I feel like a little while. Oh, it was fantastic.
Well, we did get a lot of Blue's Butthole,
yes.
obviously
Yeah.
R.I.P. Which,
That's
like, I
true.
guess we're coming near the end of the roller derby. Will she? Won't she? Pod. Should we get a Blue update? His butthole's fine. He's okay.
Yeah, he's fine. So here's the thing that happened, though. So I got home Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
And John was already home because he gets home Tuesday. And I got home early. He was still sleeping. And I walked in the bedroom and, like, Blue wanted out. And I'm like, what's all over the carpet? There was blood everywhere.
What?
But yeah, like just not in like massive amounts. It sounds like it's a horse. And it wasn't. It was just like a couple like spots where it looked like it had kind of like smeared a little bit. So like I check all Blue's paws. I check John's feet. I'm like, what is this from? And I think he bit something and got blood from his mouth.
Blue.
I know, and I couldn't see it because he's got too much meat in his mouth to even see it anyways, and he's fine. But yeah, so here's the weird thing. So Blue got the sock in his body, and then he shit it out. So I'm talking to John about this, and he goes, oh, hold on, I'll show it to you. I'm like, What? The vets gave it to him to bring home in a bag. I'm like, why are we keeping this? I don't want this.
So there was just a shitty sock in a bag?
Yes.
John didn't think to maybe just
No,
leave
what
it
he
at
did.
the vet?
No. Well, I think it's weird that they kept it and gave it to him.
But I would have said, save the bag. Throw it in the garbage.
Throw it out. Dispose of it. I don't want it. So he held on to it, but he put it in the bed of his truck. So when he went out to show it to me, it had also been freshly baked in the sun. It was like a hot, shitty sock. It was so gross.
What is going on?
This is a real bad episode, guys. Really sorry.
This is what I would have dreamed to happen. You are yelling at John about baking a shitty sock in a plastic bag in the back of his van and then truck, and then some little kid goes, "Hey man, are you the lunatic fridge?" And he has to explain to this little boy while holding a bag of a nuked shitty sock that he is in fact the WWE Intercontinental Champion.
Formerly known as.
Former.
But still, I know, like, I don't know why. I don't know how the sock has gone on so far it was transported from one place to another for me to see when I got home. I believe that he shit out a sock. I did not need to be proven that he shit out the sock.
Listen, there were many mistakes that John made that day, and it ends and begins with that goddamn Ziploc bag full of a shitty sock.
Yeah, yes, it all is contained in that one Ziploc bag.
It just confirms that he's such like a dude's dude. It's like when like a classic boy has like worms in his pocket, and you're like, why'd you put them in there? And they're like, I don't know. Would you want to see them later? Why'd you do that?
Yeah, why did this happen? But like, yes, he is certainly to blame for this, but I also just think it's weird that like they saved it and then handed it to him as if he was supposed to take it home. Granted, I was not there when this happened. They could very well be at the office now being like, remember when he took the bag with him? I don't know.
Maybe they just...
They were probably waiting for him to give it back, and then he just like kept holding on to it.
Do you think that that's really what happened? Because I believe
now that I've flushed out how this went down, 100% that's how it went down. They were not like, you need to take this home and show it to your wife. He just kept holding on to it.
So the vet goes home and it's like, honey, like, how was your day? And they're like, oh, someone took the poo sock that I pulled out from their dog home. I was just trying to show them what we had taken, and
they took it home.
I think it was an expensive sock. I don't know.
I know. I'm like, I don't even know what fabric this is. I don't even think it was one of mine or his socks. It was green.
Oh God, who would wear those?
Who would wear a green sock? Yeah, I don't know where it came from.
Wow.
He did it, and I saw it. We all saw it. He's okay now, though. He's living. He lived to tell the tale.
Literally, that is a story that keeps on giving, and I really look forward to it. You guys threw out the sock, right? Like you were like, throw it out.
However, just to put a pin in this, this morning I went to go take out the garbage, and it was actually not in I went to put the garbage from our kitchen in our garbage bins outside, and the shit sock in the Ziploc bag was on top of our air conditioning unit because our garbage bins weren't actually back at our house. They were on the driveway. This is a long story. Anyways, the shit sock's gone. It's in the garbage. It will be disposed of next week.
Well, it might be disposed, or it might sign itself up for some roller derby. We don't know. This sock has a life of its own.
I wonder that we could. And you know what the sock's roller derby name would be?
What?
Rock'em Sock'em 45.
Oh my God. I can't believe that transition. This is why you are a well-known broadcaster. Rock'em Sock'em.
Rock'em Sock'em.
We started and ended with Canada. We'll do a proper Canadian haul next week. But I'm glad that we got this out. And I also, if you're listening to this and you do roller derby, contact Renee and I because we're in.
Please let us know like what the real risks are that are ahead of us.
Yes. And if I do decide to do roller derby, I will have to put my guardian angels on my roller derby roller skates, which will be Diane Keaton and Oprah, just for her spirituality.
That would be so great. I love that.
Yeah, that will be happening.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, because I'm gonna need that.
Well, you're gonna need a blessing from the gods, the Oprah gods, Oprah, Diane Keaton gods.
Absolutely.
We could also save our Canada episode for when we're actually in Canada.
Oh, we should.
Or just go do roller derby. We could do it either way.
We should do both. That should be what happens.
We could have on a guest that would be another Canadian. A friend of ours. I don't know who, but we could find someone.
Well, let's mull it over, and then we should just go to roller derby and then chat about that.
Hells yes. Oh my God, I'm so excited for this. Guys,
Me
it's
too.
all coming up. Paquette and McGunnigle.
It is. Ooh, the little Paquette, because it's Canadian. Hello.
Oh, yes. Je m'appelle Renee Paquette. Actually, I'm Renee Goodnow, a fish.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
The steps in which to do that are too much for me, and it's so I maintain.
It's a real pain in the vagine. It's a real pain in the IUD.
Oh,
if you know what I'm saying.
I do know what you're saying. Okay, right. Well, I guess we got to do a roller derby ghost, and then we'll just call her a goddamn day. All
right, ready? I'm gonna bring in some sound effects for this one.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna take a swig of Nalgene or whatever that is.
No. Oh, I dropped my water bottle. I thought I was gonna make it sound like wheels. Did it kind of sound like wheels?
My God. I don't know if there's a coming back from that.
That was really bad. Let me do here's just a clean ghost. Ooh. I like to watch the vocal, like the bars on the audio thing. It's great.
Oh God. Well, we'll see you next week, guys.
Yeah, guys, we'll see you next week.
Bye.